Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 5 of my 3 vs 5 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, myself and 2 AI teammates set to Lord difficulty are up against a team of 5 AI set to Emperor difficulty. In this series, I'm playing as the Frostling Theocrat, Falsor Frostscroll. In our last episode, we managed to get a fairly decent stack over to at least kind of the border of our allies' territory. And you can see here we have our rogue hero being led by, again, our level 7 rogue. And then we have a decent stack here of kind of a mixed bag of different units. The only thing we're really lacking in this stack at the moment is healing, which currently is really only being provided by spellcasting from our rogue. So we definitely need to continue to try to improve what we're doing over here, maybe recruit some extra units via charm. But the good news is we've now got a decent stack that's made it into the domain of our allies. And you can see this is kind of the edge of it. The throne cities are here and here. So we do still have a little ways to get over to be able to kind of truly be right in the heart of our allies' territory. But at the very least, we're now kind of in the region, and we're able to help out and continue to, keep getting stronger as maybe we can clear out some of the structures that our allies have left uncleared so far, like, for example, this trading post or even some of the structures here around the throne city of our warlord ally. So that's what we're going to focus on this upcoming episode. Now, before I dive in, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those set of comments is from Nolan Cook. Nolan had a couple of really good points here. The first of which is that if I were to produce a builder eventually, I could probably benefit tremendously from having some roads connecting my throne city to kind of the rest of my cities. And in particular, building a road kind of on the way down here to my newly settled Frostling outpost here, and then connecting that down all the way through to my dwarven city down here. And what that would allow me to do is shuttle troops out of my throne city more easily down to kind of get them over to what is presumably going to be the front lines, and then to continue aiding my allies. And that's a really good point, because right now it's taking quite a while for units to get out of the throne and kind of move all the way down just due to the terrain. And I don't really have a good way to kind of ferry them over. So the builder would help me out in that respect. Not to mention I could use the builder to construct some forts as well. Nolan also mentioned that, if things get rough, I can always consider demanding tribute from my vassals. Now, that's not something I necessarily want to do unless I absolutely have to, because it will impact my relationship with my vassals. But that's always a consideration. Nolan also mentioned that I should probably give my warlord hero the headgear item that I acquired last episode, and currently Falsor has it. So this is a +1 resistance headscarf, and I'm gonna absolutely do that, and I'll explain why in a second here. So if we take a look at our warlord, we're really gearing him up now to be a melee fighter, and he's extremely powerful. We got this epic melee weapon last episode that is now making him that much more powerful in terms of his ability to do some elemental damage, which is, huge. And so this is just a little bit more resistance for him to just continue to make him stronger. So I think that's a great idea from Nolan, just to kind of really focus on buffing up my my warlord. The next comment from Nolan is that getting a lore keeper out of the throne city, producing it, and sending it over to help out my Theocrat stack actually wouldn't be a bad idea. And just to remind everybody, the lore keeper is sort of an alternate support unit for the Frostlings here. And you can see with the rimfire attack, it gives me access to blight damage and spirit damage in addition to frost, which is kind of different from the White Witch, where it's just frost and fire. So this would give me access to kind of some other damage types. And in addition, we would get access to Touch of Faith, which is a phenomenal buffing ability that would be extremely useful for my units. Again, the White Witch does have Frozen Flames, but I think Touch of Faith is also quite useful. So really good point there from Nolan. And then finally, Nolan just mentioned that the geography of the map is proving to be quite the challenge, and I really couldn't agree more. I've already talked a fair bit about the challenge posed by these rocky outcroppings here that have really kind of limited my mobility and my movement. But we also now have this situation where things are separated by all these little islands. You know, that's creating problems in terms of my, getting around easily. Like, for example, in the last episode, we accepted a quest from this High Elf outpost. And I believe it was just to, kill some fairly weak undead units. And I do want to try to get this city in my control to really have a base of operations more close to my allies' terrain. I think that would make things better for me and give me a foothold to kind of build some strength right in the vicinity of my allies rather than having to continue ferrying all these units over. However, getting there is going to be a challenge just because of the geography. So, again, I think Nolan made a couple of really, really good points there. There's also a set of comments here from Roan here. Now, Roan here pointed out that due to the mods I have installed, including things like Chivalrous Intentions, the necromantic circle here that we see next to my throne city, I had sort of noticed I think it was in the last episode or maybe 2 episodes ago, that the unit produced by it was a mixed bag. Rather than just being a couple of lost souls, it was a lost soul with, I think, like a zombie and something else. And because of that, they weren't able to float across the open area here and get to my throne city because, again, all of these rocky outcroppings are blocking things, and that would also need them to embark, which these units aren't able to do because they haven't researched the technology to do so. So really, I think, again, and this is a bit of a gamble, but I think I'll be safe leaving this alone for now because the units produced by this are going to not be able to get off of this little island unless it does produce a stack of all floating units, which would be like lost souls and ghosts or something like that. But I think most of the time now it's going to produce units in addition to the lost souls that will have the inability to float. So good observation there from Roan here. It is still a bit of a gamble, but I think I'm going to have to do it. Roan here also mentioned that in regards to potentially promoting martyrs into Exalted, in Roan here's opinion, the Exalted are one of the best units for the Theocrat. That's their tier 3 sort of fighter unit that has the wings. And again, once I get the upgrade, it would be a lot easier to get more experience. I think it's a 50% boost to experience gain for those martyrs. And then all they have to do is get to gold medal and you can promote them. So I actually think that's a pretty good point, and, it's probably worth doing. Not to mention that once I research that upgrade, it might open up the additional upgrades I'm interested in, like, for example, getting healing with support units, all my support units. That would be a massive upgrade for me. So, in any case, a big thank you to both Nolan and to Roan here for the excellent comments and suggestions. And we're going to jump right in and get started here. So at the end of last episode, we had pretty much gotten to the end of our turn. So I'm going to end things here. And hopefully nothing too crazy happens as the turn flips over. I'm increasingly getting more and more nervous about encountering my opponents because obviously that's, an inevitability, but I would like to avoid that for at least a couple more turns until I'm able to, like I said, get a bit of a stronger foothold in the territory around my allies. Because again, just to refresh everybody's memory, one of my main objectives for this series is to make sure that I protect my allies. Another big development I should mention, I guess, while the turns are flipping over. So we now have control of our Shadow Elf city in the Shadow Realm, which is huge. We're currently working on a Theocrat's Conclave, so that's going to make a big difference for us, just in terms of our ability to kind of be somewhat self-sufficient in the Shadow Realm. Oh, and look at the... Oh, shoot. Okay, well, literally as I'm talking about it, now we're under attack by an Earth Elemental and a Wisp. Oh, boy. I don't know if we're going to be able to deal with this. Oh, boy. So that's coming out of that Magic Rift. And, of course, an Earth Elemental is a Tier 3 unit. I just truthfully don't think we're going to be able to... Yeah, and it has 100% Frost Protection. Shock Weakness is the only thing that might give us a chance. Now, our Shadow Elf Touched, I believe, does... Oh, shoot, and it does Shadow Shift. Oh, and it grants Frost Weapons. That's not helpful. Yeah, dang it. Oh, man, that really sucks. Well, okay, I hate to do this because it is a bit of a cop-out, but we're going to retreat. And, again, I really don't want to use this any more than I have to, but we're going to run away. I'm a little concerned about the Wisps and their ability to phase, but I'm hoping we can run away enough and then maybe get another unit over here to help out with the city. Let's see, if we run back into the corner here, we can even throw on sprint. I think we'll be able to maintain control of the city for another turn or two. And this is only possible if you don't have a wall, because if you have a... Well, actually, I should say, I think they both are floating. Yeah, so they're floating, so they would go right over the wall. So I guess in this case, if you had the wall, it wouldn't matter. Okay. I really don't like using this strategy. I've relied on it in the past as a bit of a crutch, but I just really don't want to lose that Shadow Elf city, especially when I just put all that money and effort into trying to get it functional instead of being a vassal. And of course, this was the risk. This was the big risk I took when I grabbed control of it, and I probably should have produced one more unit before I jumped to trying to get a Theocrat's Conclave. But in any case, we're still not strong enough to get rid of this magic rift, so that's the big problem there. Let's jump back up to the surface here. I noticed that we produced this ice scraper, so I'm going to send the ice scraper through. Even though it's not the most helpful unit in the world, just getting some additional numbers in there is going to help us out. Here you can see that this is really well defended. A tier 3 fire elemental, and then 2 lesser blight elementals, and a lesser air elemental. So quite well defended. I just don't think we're going to be able to fight that at the moment. But if we can reinforce the city with a few units, we might be able to turn this away and then clean things up a bit. And of course, oh, and yeah, look at this. So we didn't finish the Theocrat's Conclave because we have the penalty of enemy at our gates, and the city is now unhappy. And so, yeah, because enemy at the gates, enemy in domain. So now they're kind of miserable. And this is going to take another turn to produce. So, oh boy. Yeah, we really got to figure out how to address this, because this is a big problem. I guess the one thing is we know that that unit is not coming up through here to attack this city. So we could just continue to make some units maybe and send them down that way. I believe we were sending this White Witch over here as well. So we can continue to do that. Man, that's frustrating. But all right, well, we'll just kind of deal with it. What else happened here? We do have a join offer from our Orcish vassal. I am kind of tempted to take this. My only concern is that it's 240 gold, so that's going to eat into our gold reservoir here. And then we're going to have to spend more gold upgrading the city and developing it. But, you know, it is a decent size, and I suspect it probably has maybe some upgrades already, you know, maybe a barracks or something like that. So this would also give me access to kind of heading down this direction. Of course, we have this Eldritch Pit. I think that's what that's called. That's going to be spawning units that could cause problems for us. So, I don't know. I got to really consider this one, because we might end up in the exact same situation we are with our Shadow Elf city. So that's something I really have to ponder. This Crusader was making his way over to assist us, so let's continue to do that. We can add in this Clan Guard to our main stack here. So that's great. Now we have a fairly powerful Tier 2 Frostling Infantry unit that's going to help us out. So the big plan, I think, is going to be to clear out this quarry if at all possible. Maybe try and convert one of these units. If we could get this Nomad Rock, that would be huge via conversion, but that's going to be a challenge. Now, for our Rogue over here, we're going to clear out this gold mine. We have to be careful because our units are in kind of rough shape. So let's initiate. Oh, and they're giving us the option to let them run or go no mercy. Okay, now we would be fighting Tigrans, and Tigrans, unfortunately, have pretty high spirit protection, so they're a little bit harder to charm. But if we do the battle, we would give us the opportunity to at least get some healing done. So I think we will do the battle, even though we're going to get a little bit of evil out of this. I think it's not too much that we're going to get swapped back over to being anything other than good. Really, my primary concern at this stage is just making sure I don't lose anybody, but then we also want to, like I said, get a heal going. So we're going to use Quick Dash, and I think we'll heal up the Mammoth Rider. We're going to have to use our Whaler, I think, as a bit of a fighter for this battle. I'm hoping maybe I can use my Throw Net ability to limit one of these opponents here. That would be very helpful. Let's do another one on the Mammoth Rider. All right, now we're back up to like a pretty good amount of health, so that's going to make a difference. So the Whaler can step up here. the Mammoth Rider, and I think our Hunter can step up. The Glavesman we want to sort of keep out of harm's way just because we don't have as much health there, so... Okay. Okay, nice. The Sun Guard actually decided to go around that way, which makes things a little bit easier for me, actually. Because they aren't able to get to me as quickly. So we're going to back up there. Now, this Tigran Brawler is a Tier 2 infantry unit that we really don't want to take lightly. Has martial arts, has strong will, so charm is not going to be effective at all, because that's 100% spirit protection. Right, so let's see. If we were to move my Flamer up a little bit here, what kind of damage? Actually, pretty good. So let's blast the Brawler. Do a little bit there. Very good. Okay. Now, we can also try and immobilize the Warrior here to tie them up. Alternatively, we could just really go after this Brawler. What kind of damage do we do here? Oh, and shoot, we're not going to get a charge out of this. Might actually be better to build up a charge. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you know what? I am kind of tempted to maybe... Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. We're going to... Nice, and we got the critical, and oh, and we immobilized them. You know what? We don't necessarily have to worry about them right now. But you know what? Let's just get the finish here. Then we don't have to worry about them at all. So we're going to just get the kill right now. There we go. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to just turn our Mammoth Rider. Actually, we're going to go right here. We're going to pop him in defense mode. And then our Vampire Hunter can actually step up behind, do a little bit of damage there, start softening him up. And then I think we're good. Oh, and I forgot, we have our Rogue still. Let's see if we go here. Oh, nice. Okay, we can get a little bit of damage. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Okay, so it's not going to matter, so let's just hit him. That's not bad. All right. So now it's just this Epsilon Warrior we have to deal with. Okay, nice. And he went after the Mammoth Rider. That's just fine. Now, what would be nice would be to get the kill on the Epsilon Warrior while we can. Let's see if maybe we can make that happen. We are going to have to watch out for the Sun Guard's mobility, but I think we'll be fine. So let's get some damage in there. You know what? We can even move our Rogue around like this and then blast for some more damage. There we go. That's pretty good. And then now I'm curious. If we go here, we get the kill. Let's see. 1, 1, 3. As long as we don't get the lowest roll, we should get the kill. Perfect. Okay. Now we just have to watch out for the Sun Guard, who can get in there on our Whaler. So one thing I'm going to do with the Whaler is just... Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to step out like this and try to immobilize them. Nice. Okay, we got lucky there. That's great. Okay. Now, they're still in defense mode, so I would like to not have them in defense mode so that I have a better chance of landing Charm. But that said, I'm hesitant because I don't want my units to take that much more damage. So maybe what I'll do is... Oh, here we go. We could try and ensnare them in a net, actually. That's not the worst idea. Let's try it. Nice. Okay. That's huge. Now we can just cruise on up and try for the charm. Now, it's a low chance because of their spirit protection, but let's give it a shot. Okay, so they resisted. Not entirely unexpected, but now we can just, you know, hit them up for some damage. That's great. Yeah, and we can just kind of take shots at them now without really any worry of retaliation. That's fine. Nice, some good experience there, leveling up our units. We want to probably get the kill with our Rogue. I don't think we have any more casting points. Yeah, so we can't do any more healing. But probably worth it to get the kill with our Rogue. I'm just looking to see if we have any other abilities worth using. Turn Undead, that's not going to help. So, yeah, we'll just get the kill here with our hero. So nice, we did get some extra healing out of this battle, actually. So our Mammoth Rider's now a little bit healthier. And it's a nice level up with our Vampire Hunter and our Flamer. Let's just take a look at our Vampire Hunter here and see what upgrades we can get. Oh, and look at that. At Veteran rank, we can get Thrown Net as well, so that would be great. And then at Elite, we get Holy Champion and Strong Will. So actually a pretty decent unit once we can get it some more experience. That's actually really good for us. So we will keep that in mind. Nice. Some extra gold. That's helpful. All right, so now the big question. Do we want to maybe send our rogue over to try and do this quest? Oh, but look at this. So our Frostling Sorcerer ally is sending a stack over to this city. Whether his intention is diplomatic or whether he's going to just try and take it by force, I'm not entirely sure. Although currently this stack isn't probably powerful enough to really do anything. Yeah, especially up against some pikeman units, the hero's going to be in rough shape. So, probably okay in that regard. Let's take a look at the quest again. Yeah, and the Undead Scourge. So, the other option would be we just send our rogue back up. We maybe try for the Lost Library. Although, I'm a little hesitant to do this just because the Lost Library, when we do that battle, we're not going to be able to cast any spells, if I remember correctly. I think that's the sort of battlefield effect that's in play there. And of course, that's important with our rogue because we're relying on our rogue spellcasting for healing, and we're in kind of beat up shape at the moment. So, you know, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of leaning towards sending my rogue over, maybe clearing out this necromantic circle and then cruising along the water. You know, one thing that might help me make that decision would be, I guess, let's see what we can see here. Okay, well, there's nothing too crazy there. So you know what? Let's actually go back with this Glade Runner and grab this gold. And then, yeah, I think we will actually go across the water, like I said. We'll go here, we'll grab the gold, and we'll attack the necromantic circle. And then we'll embark again on the other side and then cruise over and deal with that quest. Okay, we did the ice scraper already. So now this city, what do we want to do with Brunsund? It's going to grow in 11, so a storehouse wouldn't be so bad. Maybe we'll do that just to improve the growth rate. Now back to our throne city. We're working on a Crusader, so once that's done, you know, then we might contemplate maybe getting a builder going, as I talked about in the beginning, just to be able to get some roads going. Alternatively, or I guess I should say in addition, I'm going to throw Spiritual Freedom on my throne city eventually so that units produced there get the benefit of Meditate, which gives them, I think, a set of a couple of different abilities that kind of is randomly chosen before the battle, which can really be helpful. We have our Prospector underground who can do some mining for us, so let's do that. Very nice. Also a bit of an exploring function as well while he's down there. That's great. A little bit of extra gold. That's helpful. Okay, now, here is our main stack. So, now, I am a little nervous about this battle, I won't lie, mainly because of this Nomad Rock. With it's going to have extreme mobility, and it's a tier 3 unit, so that's a little scary. But I think if I play my cards right, I should be okay. We're going to do this. Like I said, I have to be careful, but should be able to handle it. Boy, it does make me nervous, though. They tried to throw Fire Plague. Ooh, Morale Drain. That's not fun. Let's see what that does. So, okay, so inflict a negative -50 morale loss with each hit. So basically just anytime that hits me, I'm lower and lower in morale, so that's not good. One thing I should probably do is... I should probably... Oh, you know, I have to be kind of careful here because... this rock, you can see, has pretty extreme mobility. Guardsman is a melee unit, so we don't have to worry too much. The Commoner, I mean, this throw sword can do damage, but I'm not that concerned. The Nomad Chieftain is a mounted support unit that has this ranged attack that actually could cause me some problems. So I think what I'll do is probably try to kind of just turtle up, let the rock come to me, and then hopefully be able to deal with it. So I'm going to put Falsor, I think, probably in this back corner. You have to be kind of careful here. So, yeah, that would put me out of range at least. So if we go here, we're not in range of the rock, so that's good. And then Ultmar is probably going to, like I said, be my Vanguard unit. I think what we will do is we'll go like this. The Martyr actually would be kind of helpful to maybe... Yeah, you know what? Okay, here's going to be the plan. So the Martyr's going to come over like this. We're going to throw Absorb Pain onto Ultmar. And then we're going to pop him out like this and kind of hope that he soaks up some hits. Now, the Clan Guard is going to be the protection for Falsor here, who's probably going to... I mean, he's safe where he is at the moment, so that's all right. And you know what? Let's go up and around with our Snapper Crab just to provide some more protection. Falsor can even maybe buff our Clan Guard, so let's do that. The Cherub can just kind of hang out. I don't really want the Cherub getting just, like, mercilessly attacked, so maybe we'll park the Cherub. Although, I'm sure the Cherub can probably handle... Ooh, actually, I was going to say can probably handle one attack, but actually, probably not. Although, if we were in defense mode, maybe. So, you know what? Let's go here. We'll throw it in defense mode. We'll throw our Clan Guard in defense mode. And let's see what happens. I'm a little nervous, but I think we'll be okay. Nice, okay. He went after the hero. That's totally fine. Oh, man, I hope my Martyr didn't die. Okay, my Martyr almost died. So we're probably going to drop a heal on the Martyr, just try to keep the Martyr alive. Actually, I think the Clan Guard would be great to go up here and just fight with the Commoner, maybe get the kill there. The Warlord did a phenomenal job of just, you know, holding his ground, dishing out some punishment. And again, the Martyr soaked up all the hits, all the damage. Okay, so we're going to step up like this. We're going to move over. We're going to drop a heal onto the Martyr just to try to improve our odds here. This going well for us. And then I think the Clan Guard's just going to step up and let this Commoner have it. Nice. Okay, there's the kill. That's great. And then the Snapper Crab, well, okay, we're not going to probably be able to get the kill on the Rock, but could do some pretty hefty damage, all things considered. I do have to be a little bit careful, though. The Cherub, if I send the Cherub in, it's pretty much doomed. Could step up with the Martyr, actually, and do my throw stones ability here. That wouldn't be the worst idea. Actually do a pretty good amount of damage. There we go. Fortunately, couldn't turn it quite enough. But what if we... Oh, you know what? Now we can get a flank shot here, I think, if we go right here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Nice, and a critical. And then we should be able to get the kill here now, I think. Perfect. Okay. We got the kill. We took some damage with the Martyr, but we got the kill. And now I'm probably going to try and recruit the Chieftain, I think, as the unit I'm going to try and use Convert on. Going to just move my Cherub up kind of here just to... I'm a little concerned about the Martyr, but otherwise I think we're okay. Oh, my Snapper Crab got obliterated. I mean, that's all right. The Snapper Crab was expendable, really. Ooh, this Martyr is just hanging in by a thread here. All right, so let's kill off the Guardsman. We can do that with our Clan Guard, I think, would probably be the wise choice there. So let's go in and do that. Perfect. And then, now, here's going to be the big thing. Can we get a charm? Or, excuse me, a conversion? 50%. I mean, let's try it. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Nice. We got ourselves a tier 2 support unit. Pretty powerful, actually, that Nomad Chieftain. Our Martyr in really rough shape, only 1 health, but survived. Oh, and look at the rewards here. We got a Fell Horse, pretty good melee weapon, and some gold. So yeah, absolutely, I will take that. Now, I'm going to give the melee weapon to Falsor, but I'm probably going to give the mount to my Warlord, and that's going to offset our Frostling weakness to fire, so that's huge. That's actually a really big deal. We will go like this. We'll pick that up with our Warlord, as I mentioned. And yeah, that's going to be massive. Now, take a look. No fire weakness. So that's a big, big deal. We also leveled our Warlord up as well. So, again, at this point, we're really focusing on making him a really formidable melee fighter. So maybe giving him something like Overwhelm or First Strike. Actually, even Warcry wouldn't be so bad. That would be a decent upgrade for him. I could do Warcry, maybe Overwhelm, and... well, actually, wouldn't be bad. Maybe just get him some more hit points. Let me look at this again. Yeah, pikemen and shielded units. We are fighting a fair number of shielded units. The Warcry would, you know, be great if we're using him offensively. Although, you know, I think Overwhelm is probably maybe a slightly better choice because it's going to be active all the time against any of these pikemen and shielded units. Warcry is only active that one time you use it. And sort of same applies to First Strike. So let's go Overwhelm. And then we will also add in some extra hit points and that extra defense. There we go. I think that's going to make a big difference for us there. Just continuing to make him that much stronger. Nice. And our Chieftain won't have any movement at this point, but will be able to help us. So let's unite our stack, and then we can move down, and we got to fight all these spiders. Now, this is going to be a little bit dicey, mainly just because these spiders are not actually the easiest thing to deal with. I'm a little concerned, too, because I think these spitting spiders have... Yeah, they have a ranged attack. And the Hunter Spider Baby has a phase, which can be a real problem. And I'm a little concerned about this Martyr maybe getting just sniped by the ranged attack. So part of me is tempted to maybe move the Martyr back just so that in case they decide to like try to attack me with the Acid Spit, they might just kill off the Martyr right away. So I do have to be cognizant of that. And you know what? I think... Oh, you know what the solution to that's going to be? Put him like this, and then I think he spawns behind, if I'm not mistaken. Is that... Oh, no. Okay, that's not going to bring him in. The Nomad Chieftain, though. Oh, you know what we can do is put him off to the side. And I think that would be all right. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but... Let's try it. I mean, if I end up losing the Martyr, it would suck, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, let's engage the battle. Oh, I hope I don't... I hope I'm not going to regret moving him over like that. Oh, yeah, they're going to kill him. Watch. Oh, wow. Okay, they didn't go after him. I mean, heck, one Acid Spit there would have sealed his fate, so I don't really know why they didn't do that. Oh, well. Makes it easier for me. I don't think Convert works on the spiders, so that's off the table. Everybody else, though, is going to be able to fight here, so... I think we need to get rid of the Hunter Spider just because of its ability to phase. That's a real problem. So I think if we just charge in here, that should be enough for us. Let's see if we go here. Nice. Now we can get the charge. Perfect. Okay, there's the kill there. That's big. That helps us out a lot. Now for Falsor, I think I'm going to maybe just have my Martyr completely run away. Not run right out of the battle, but kind of get out of the danger zone here. Maybe what I'll do with Falsor is I will throw a buff onto the Clan Guard. And then I'm going to move the Clan Guard right up there like this. Cherub I'm going to leave out of the danger area. We'll throw a little attack there on the Frost Spinner. The Cherub kind of hang back. The Martyr, like I said, I think we're going to keep out of harm's way just because of that low health. Okay, trying to web me, not really a surprise, and trying to freeze me. Nice, okay, we resisted all of it. That's great. Okay, so now... Actually, our Cherub can help us out here. We can swoop in behind, turn them around, and then we should be able to just get the kill with some melee attacks or with our... Yeah, let's just do our melee attack here. Perfect. All right, that clears that up. And then just to confirm that I can't... Again, I don't think I can convert. Let's just double check. Yeah, I can't. Okay. So we could charge in and turn one of them around here, which wouldn't be so bad. And you know what? Let's do this. Nice. Perfect. And then there's the kill. And then I think... that should about do it. Okay, we took an Acid Spit, but you know what? That's actually fine. Yeah, we can't convert, so that's going to give me a chance to heal somebody. And you know what? I think it's going to be the Martyr. So let's jump over. You know what? The Martyr can use his ability, which I think will give us a level up. Yeah, there it is. And then we can drop a nice big heal on him. There we go. Excellent. Now our Nomad can throw Fire Plague. Perfect. And then our Clan Guard or our Warlord hero can get the finish. So let's just get the finish with him. Perfect. Man, he hits hard. And he hits with so many different elemental damage sources. Okay. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape now with the main stack. So what we're going to probably want to do is maybe check out what's down here. Let's see maybe if the cherub can do a little bit of scouting. Oh, and look at that. Okay. We need to get down there and clear out this monster den. We've got 3 spiderlings, which are like really small baby spiders, but they don't evolve, it looks like. They have a swarming mass ability, +4 defense bonus against attacks of opportunity and retaliations. Wow. Oh, and they have resurgence. Isn't that interesting? They have guard breaker, overwhelm, tireless projectile resistance. I mean, for a tier 1 unit, that's actually pretty incredible when you think about it. They also have improved wall climbing and cave crawling. Like, not a bad unit. It just can't evolve. That's really the only thing that sucks about it. And then a hunter spider queen. So yeah, it'd be nice to get down there and clear that out. So I think we could also maybe try and clear out this item rack, which is currently guarded by nomad commoners. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do is we'll head down that way. Yeah, we'll group up there, and then we'll head for this monster den. And then maybe we can turn around, come back, do the trading post eventually. We're not strong enough for the Forbidden Sanctum at this point, but that might be something in the future. We've already done our rogue. Yep. Okay, so now it's going to be a research choice, and then... Let's see. Okay. So now the big question. Do we want to go for Exalted Martyrs? And you know, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of leaning to it. Yeah, I really am. And the reason is because once I get this out of the way, that would hopefully... I mean, same with Order of the Templar Knights here. If I can get this out of the way, that would free it up so that I can maybe get that healing upgrade. The one that gives me healing for all my support units. Again, eventually I would like to get Advanced Seafaring, but I need to get these other things done, I think, before that. Getting Evangelist wouldn't be bad. That would give me the ability to get conversions. And I think I can produce them, yeah, out of the Theocrat's Conclave. But I just don't think I need them that badly at the moment. So I'm going to go for the Exalted Martyrs upgrade. Just to get it out of the way here, I think that's going to be useful. Plus, I've got that Martyr with my main stack. If I can keep him alive, maybe he can get eventually upgraded. Okay, so we have our storehouse that's been produced in our fledgling little outpost that we settled. Now the next question is, what do we want to do in addition to that? So we've got 4 turns till we grow, so maybe the shrine, that would be kind of maybe the logical choice there, and then once that's done, we can decide what else we want to do. That would also help our mana income, which we are kind of eating through. It's never bad to have that additional mana income. Plus, that would give us access to the temple for some additional support units we could produce. Okay, I think that's going to about do it, so we'll end it there. So, it'll be interesting to see what happens next here. Oh, and look at that. Okay, so he won a battle. I'm assuming he took it by force. Yeah, okay, so he took it by force. Well, shoot, that kind of means that me sending my rogue down here maybe wasn't the best idea. But, you know what, we can head over and at least clear out the Necromantic Circle. Yeah, and that was my suspicion, is that was potentially going to happen. Oh, well, I mean, that's fine. You know, another option would be we try and get a settler over here to make ourselves a city, but we don't absolutely need a city near our allies. It would just make things easier. Just looking to see if there was any kind of half-decent spots. And nothing's kind of jumping out. I mean, you could try and park one right here, I guess, kind of there. Although as these grow, they're going to kind of encompass a lot of the area. Ooh, oh, that sucks. Oh, a black spider. I don't know if I've seen this before. Oh, they're dedicated to evil. Interesting. So it's kind of like looks a little bit like a Black Widow, sort of. It doesn't have quite the pattern, but similar. Inflicts severely poison, but it doesn't look like it can evolve. So, yeah, unfortunately, there goes our Prospector. That's a real shame. And we'll let him die. Okay, and we're gonna have to do this one more time. So, apologize. I apologize for this. I know it's Not the most honorable way to hang on to the city, but I really don't want to lose my Shadow Elf city. I worked pretty hard to get it, so I'm gonna try to at least maintain it. And I'm sending units to back up the city and try the battle, so hopeful that I'll be able to just retake the city via force. Okay, we've just got to run as far back as we can go. Oh, you know what? Those wisps may get close enough to actually cause us some problems here. I don't think they will, but... Okay, I think we're fine. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we're fine. But I don't want to keep doing that because it's really not an honorable way to kind of defend my city. So, again, the goal is going to be... Oh, that's amazing! Look at this. Okay, handle hero join offer. Level 3 Dreadnought. You know what? I don't even necessarily care what he is. Just having a hero there to defend the city would be great. Let me see. Show me your talents. Oh, he has Charged Army. Very cool. And he's a Shadow Elf. Okay, you know what? That's perfect. I'd have a hero to lead my fighting into the Shadow Realm. Absolutely. I'm going to take him. Heck yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay. That makes a big difference for me. Oh, and what's this? Marching Kobolds. I have a letter for you, sire. It's from someone referring to themselves as Captain Glicklock of the Kobold Empire, who declares war on you and uses colorful language. My speculation is that this captain is actually their king, giving himself a low title to make them seem like a greater threat than they are. No reason not to be cautious, however. I wonder if that's going to be like the Marching Penguins, where then all your cities come under threat. I think that's probably what's going to happen, so I'm going to have to reinforce all of my cities before this happens. I'm glad I noticed that, because otherwise it's going to be a problem. All right, so let's do our upgrades here. Oh, this is great. Okay, we're going to grab Guardian Flame, mainly because that gives us some healing. That's a big boost for us. Lightning Rod Banner for that. Shock Protection wouldn't be bad. Wizard Hunters, let's see. Summoned units. Now, I'm curious. I don't think the Earth Elemental counts as being summoned, even though it's magical origin. I think it would actually have to be a unit that was summoned, because otherwise that would give us some extra damage against him. We could grab Forge Aprons for the fire protection, although that's not going to really help us in this battle. Let's see what spells we have access to. Cast spell. Oh, we have Flashbang. That could help a little bit. Force Field. That's not going to be particularly useful because I don't think the Earth Elemental does... Yeah, it just does physical damage, so we just need physical protection. Let's go back. I'm just trying to think what would help us, in the immediate short term. Emergency Repair would be good if we had any machines, but we don't. Oh, I guess all units gain +1 resistance, so that's not terrible. I am kind of leaning towards the Forge Aprons, though, just to give us that fire protection. What does Imperial Authority do? Oh, actually, all units in the Hero's Army gain extra morale. Maybe I'll grab that just to give us better odds of landing some crits. Yeah, I'm going to grab that, because I think the extra crits would be good. And then, you know what, I'm going to... maybe buff his health just ever so slightly. Okay. I don't plan to use him up front, but I think just having a little bit more protection there wouldn't be bad. Now, I don't know if we're strong enough with the hero now to be able to win this battle, but we at least have a fighting chance, so that's encouraging. I don't think this impacts my relationship because I didn't fail... Well, anyway, it's done now, and this city is now going to belong to my ally. So, Marching Kobolds. Yeah, okay, nice. We can cast Spiritual Freedom. I really think we're going to throw that on our Throne City because that's where we're producing. Although, hang on a minute. Let me close that for a second. Maybe it would be better to throw it on the Shadow Elf City where I'm going to be pumping out Shadow Elf Crusaders. Let's take a look at these guys, too. I like the way they look. Oh, and look at this. They have Storm Champion. Deals 5+ shock damage against undead, monster, and dedicated to evil. Oh, that's incredible. Wow. That's really, really cool. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Very neat. Yeah, part of me's tempted to throw it on here just because I know I'm going to be producing units out of this city like crazy. We could also grab a Shadow Elf Martyr or two as well. I don't know if they have anything. Oh, they have a lightning attack instead of throwing stones. That's kind of cool. Yeah, very neat. And again, getting these up to Exalted eventually wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, part of me's tempted to throw it on here. I mean, I want to throw this on my throne city as well, but I think it might be better to actually have it in the Shadow Realm because I'm going to rely on this city to build my army. So you know what? We're going to do it there. Whether that ends up being a good choice or not, I guess we'll see. But so my heroes are now dedicated to good, so I have to maintain my good alignment. I don't think that's going to do anything to the happiness, unfortunately. Yeah, that would have to be paid absolution. Which, you know what, might not be the worst idea. Also, summoning a cherub might be helpful in this here, just to help out with this current situation. Again, we're sending this little ice scraper over to help. Yeah, let's get a cherub going. We can summon that there. Okay. Yeah, we've got Crusader as well. I think we're going to just start sending the Crusader down this way. Maybe even just head down here kind of for now. I think we actually do need to defend our Dwarven city, mainly just because there's those spiders down there. They could pop up at any time and take our city from us. So we need to send a unit at least down. I don't want to have my Crusaders doing that long term, but... okay, what else happened here? So yeah, we produced our Crusader, produced our Theocrats Conclave, got this joint offer from the Orcs again. I don't think I have the bandwidth to be able to focus on it too much at this point. Yeah, we cast our spell. Let's jump back up. So, okay, let's focus on our rogue first. So we'll grab the gold. And then we'll move over. Ooh, and there's a tomb here. I just don't know if we're quite strong enough for that. We're up against a Banshee, a Skeleton Spearman, and a Zombie. Okay, the Whaler can engage the battle. I have to be careful, but we should be all right for this one. All right. So, one thing we can do, I guess, is heal up our Mammoth. And I also want to heal up the Glavesman, I think. Actually, the Flamer is going to come in handy for the fire damage against the undead. We want to keep our Mammoth Rider away from those pikemen. That's for darn sure. We're going to do another quick dash, this time on the Glavesman. And the Whaler's in pretty good shape. We're going to step up our Flamer. Our Vampire Hunter actually does have Turn Undead, which might come in handy as well. Nice. Looks like we largely resisted that, so that's good. Oh yeah, we can blast for some pretty hefty damage here. Nice. That's great. We can step up and do some fire damage to the Banshee. Very good. And then the Vampire Hunter should be able to... oh, yeah. Big damage to the Banshee there. We just have to watch out because then this Skeleton Spearman can flank us. So, I guess we could go like this. There we go. I'm actually going to put the Glavesman back here just as a rear guard, I think. And then the Whaler should be able to... ooh, I don't think we're quite going to get that kill. If we get a good roll, we'll do... well, we need 9, so we were doing a minimum of 7. Not quite enough to get the finish, unfortunately. Really hoping that would land us the kill. Let's see if we get lucky. Nice, we did. Okay, that's good. And then the Rider can sit there, and I think that protects our butt. Yeah, so now we should be fine either way. Ouch. Okay, we took a bit of damage there with our Vampire Hunter, but nothing we can't recover from. We can turn undead here. Nice. That was great. They actually resisted, which ended up just doing damage, which is totally fine. And then we can get the kill with the Flamer. Perfect. Now we've just got the zombie left. And I think between all of our units, we should be able to just hit them up for some fairly reasonable damage here. Yeah, there's some. We can step in behind them. We could actually try and throw the net on them here. Okay, that resisted, but that's fine. And then we'll step in and just punish them. There we go. Mesmerizing Necklace. Melee attacks. What's that? Melee attacks can cause the target to be dazzled for 3 turns. That's not terrible, but the gold would be nice. So I'm going to just sell this for the gold, I think. Now, the big question, do I want to check out what else is on this little island, or do I want to maybe get back to the mainland and cruise up into the area around my allies? I'm kind of leaning towards maybe heading to the area around my allies. One thing I can look to see... I'm looking to see if there's any shadow gates or... Oh, here, there's a... Is that a cave entrance? Yeah. I wanted to see if there was any up-down arrows that might indicate... Don't think my allies have gone underground really at all yet. No. Because I would see what they explore, and they haven't been in the Shadow Realm either. So... let's grab the gold with this Glade Runner at least. There we go. Yeah, now we've got a lot of gold. So you know what? Maybe now I do bring this orc town in. I'm concerned about this Eldritch Pit, but whatever. I mean, I think we'll be fine. I could bring this in and then start developing it, which would be really good. I just need to... Oh, but you know what? I forgot. Okay, these marching kobolds are on their way. You know what? I'm not going to do that because I don't want to then have to reinforce another city. So I'm going to have to reinforce all my cities, including Brunsald here. So, yeah, I think I forgot about that. So, you know what? We're not going to have another city we have to babysit. I've got enough of them as it is, as you can see. So, you know what? This Crusader, I might even need to turn him around as much as I hate to do it and get him back here to guard my village. But I think for now, maybe I'll just... You know what? I'm going to send the Cherub back. I don't really need my Cherub. Cherub's going to go back to guard. Crusader can move on down to join the stack. Our new support unit can jump in. And then we'll head down and we'll clear out this monster den here. Alright. Again, we can't convert any of these units, but we can certainly get some experience. So that's what we're going to aim for. And with that queen, we got to be real careful. So let's see if we can debuff. So this would plague the target enemy unit, -1 defense, -1 resistance, and 20% fire weakness for 5 turns. Nice, some experience there too. It resisted, but hey, at least we tried. Alright, Ultmar's gonna be our upfront fighter. Throw Transfer Pain on. We're also gonna throw Touch of Faith. And you know what? We might even cast a spell here and throw on a Last Stand, because why not? Our Clan Guard can also assist us in the fighting. Ooh, and there's that phase. Okay, thankfully we resisted it. Makes a big difference that we were able to resist that. Okay, so... Spider Queen needs to die. That is for sure. So one thing I suppose we can do is we can throw this at her. That's a free move. Nice critical. That's helpful. Have to watch out for these little spiderlings. They're going to cause some problems for us, too. The Clan Guard actually can step in and flank the Queen, so let's do that. Nice. And then we should be able to just get the kill out right here. Yeah, and just to confirm, we cannot convert, so... Yeah, let's just get the kill right now. Perfect, okay. Now, between the rest of our units here, I think we just want to inflict a little bit of punishment while we can. There we go. And then do the same thing here with Falsor. Perfect. All right, let's see what happens next here. Nice, okay, and of course the damage being soaked up by the Martyr. Kill this Spiderling with our support unit. Altmar is in good shape. Can blast with his crossbow. Nice, good critical hit there, and a level up too. Now Falsor could get the kill, but might actually be better to use him just to heal the Martyr at this point, honestly. So let's do that. Let's drop a nice big heal. Yeah, there we go. And then you know what? We can blast and then get the finish here. So let's do that. So we'll go like this and then like this. Nice. Now level up for our clan guard as well. Yeah, that went quite well. Let's see what we get for a reward too. Dirty blowpipe, mosquito darts. Yeah, I'll take this. And you know what? I'm going to give it to my warlord, I think. Or, yeah, just so that he has, like, a ranged attack option that's not just his crossbow. Although, I guess he's more of a melee fighter, so maybe that actually would be kind of a waste giving it to him. Blood Brothers would be a good upgrade eventually, but for now, I don't really need that. So, this is a really good one. It gives all the units in the army strong will, but... since he's not leading a stack at the moment, I'm going to just keep making him stronger. He's already quite the beast, to be honest. And he's got that, yeah, he's got the cap. So maybe we give him first strike. And we also give him a little bit more defense. Wouldn't be bad. Just looking here. Giant Slayer, Monster Slayer. Warcry wouldn't be bad, I guess. But I think just that extra defense just to really buff him up. Make him super tanky. Okay, now let's head over and do this battle for the item rack here and see what we find. And like I said, I think I'm gonna... You know what? I'm actually going to keep the blowpipe with Falsor just because I'm really not anticipating using Altmar much for ranged fighting. Alright, so we'll... Investigate. These are all tier 1 units, so there's really no point in battling them, so let's just let them run. Short sword and the Crazed Chicken. Now, the Crazed Chicken is actually not a bad item to have a good attack that has a huge range on it. The gold would be nice, but I actually think it'd be good having, so let's take that. Now, this sword is currently not useful for either of these two, but... I could send that to my new Dreadnought hero. My rogue has a melee weapon, so let's send this to the Dreadnought for now. Now the Throw Chicken. Let's see. I think we'll give that to the rogue, actually. Let's give this to the rogue. There we go. All right, and then we'll jump back quickly to the Dreadnought, and we will equip the sword. That when it arrives, we have it. For production here in our Shadow Elf town, let's get one Martyr and then a Crusader. The Martyr will take less time, so let's get one Martyr. Over to Halls now. This is our throne. Oh, look at that. We can crank out Martyrs in a single turn. I think we could before. That's kind of exciting. Might be nice to get maybe another couple Martyrs, just because, again, we're going to have this upgrade, so maybe we get another Martyr or two. We do need to be able to defend our cities here, so let's get a Martyr. Okay, our Whaler. So, yeah, we need to figure out what to do with our squad down here. So, do we want to try and go back into the water, or do we want to check out what's down here? Again, my instinct is to probably get up to my allies and really try to help them clear out stuff still. Because like I said, there's a lot of structures they haven't finished clearing. And I could try and explore out here and find a city for myself. We've got options, but Maybe we're going to embark anyway, probably on the next turn. So let's at least just take a little look. Okay, it does look like there's a road and some other structures. So certainly a possibility to try and clear more down there. We can group this army back up. Now, the other question is, what do we do with this stack? Do we head further south? Or do we try to kind of regroup and head back up this way? I'm more inclined to kind of maybe regroup and head back north, but I don't know. That's a good question to actually pose to you guys. So what do you think? Leave a comment. Let me know. With my main stack here, we're going to incorporate this Crusader. Eventually, we're going to have our Warlord lead his own stack, but that's quite a ways down the road. Which way do you think we should go? Should we, maybe try exploring more to the south? Should we maybe go back and go underground near our Dwarven city here? What do you think? Should we go back up north here and, try and clear out some of these other structures? Maybe go for this Lost Library? That would certainly be a good idea, I think. But yeah, let me know what you think. Anything else? I'm just trying to see if there was anything else to kind of wrap up before we end the episode here. Let's just jump around to our units real quick. Oh yeah, our White Witch here. Okay, we'll definitely get over and guard the city. And shoot, this storehouse is going to be a bit before we have another unit to guard here, so that's no good. Yeah, I think we're actually going to have some of our units on guard duty. I hate to say it, but we're going to have problems with these Kobold units, so... yeah, I think that's going to about do it. Let's just double check. And yeah, this army, we're going to let them attack us, I think. We're going to wait to see what they do. Let's double check here. Yeah. All right, well, that's a good place to leave it. So let's zoom out. Take a look at the map. So nothing too crazy in terms of developments this episode, but we did have some good battles and a few fairly promising developments. So we will save it right here. We're going to call this one episode 5. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.